What is going on with you?
I don't know. I'm just a little giddy.
Okay. Hi, everyone.
Hi, everybody.
My wife is a little giddy. Yeah.
So it just feels weird to do a show with no cooking.
Yeah.
Like you had to do all the setup, but I didn't have to do much of anything.
No, that's okay. That's fine.
Okay.
You just make sure we're going live here.
Okay.
Now. Yes, we are live.
There we are.
All right.
All right.
So, let's talk about this show. What are we doing?
Hello, and welcome to Cooking with Debi and Friends, the table talk version. This is the table talk version.
Because we're sitting at the table.
Because we're sitting at the table. Yeah. I'm Debi.
And I'm Travis. And for those of you that are new, Debi and I have been live streaming Cooking with Debi and Friends for about 7 months now, actually just over 7 months.
Wow.
And we've been doing that on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. And we're trying a little something new here. And so, Debi,
it's been so much fun, and it's been an amazing experience for us both. And we haven't stopped cooking. We're doing the cooking show on Sundays at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Right. That way people can watch, because what was happening was that people on the East Coast were having to stay up late to watch the show. And a lot of people here in our area, even at 7, they're still getting home from work, decompressing, trying to get dinner on the table themselves. So we kind of took a straw man poll, and we talked to our audience, and 12 p.m. seemed to work for everybody. So we'll be doing a Sunday dinner, or a portion of a dinner, or, for example, lunch. For example, this Sunday will be a portion of Thanksgiving. If you followed the show, we've been doing Thanksgiving from appetizers to the turkey to the sides, and we're going to finish strong with a nice, healthful vegetable dish.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
join us back here, these same channels on YouTube and Facebook on Sunday at 12 p.m. Pacific time. That's 3 o'clock on the East Coast for you guys.
Yes. And it's brand new shows every Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these shows on Tuesdays. At 7 p.m.
Doesn't that work well? And we're going to keep it tight, 30 minutes, because we know we still have people like Tony, who's writing to us from the East Coast. So, it's 3 hours ahead there.
My dad?
Yeah.
Oh, my dad here.
Yeah.
There he is. Hello, family.
Hi, Dad. The Kanemaachers, they're also 3 hours ahead. And the Bilbrys. I mean, we have so many people. All our friends in Texas, we have quite a few. So they're 2 hours ahead. So anyway, so we're going to be very, very respectful of your time. So
yeah, I just showed a message from Caitlin. Here, I'll show it again. Debi, your hair looks amazing. She said, "Can I wear my hair down like this? I never get a chance to wear it like that." I said, "Do what you want, girl. This is your show."
My husband isn't real fond of the color. He's like, "Well, you like it." But I do. I love it. There's just something really freeing about having this be, the natural gray that's coming in. We helped it along a little bit, but it just, I'm really enjoying it. It makes me feel young and sexy rather than painting it.
Yeah. And that's what matters, that you feel good.
Yeah.
So just to reiterate what Table Talk is, it's a companion podcast to the cooking show that we do here every Tuesday, and that we were doing here every Tuesday and Thursday, but we're now doing on Sundays. So each week we're going to invite a guest into to the show. So it won't just be us. This week we thought we'd kick it off by just talking, kind of explaining what the show is. And once we bring the guest in, we'll have maybe some celebrities and some friends and, some people. Obviously, we want to keep it kind of centered on cooking, but we do want to talk about career and things like that. And we'll have some lightning round style games and things, quizzes and stuff.
We're going to have a lot of fun with this show. We're going to have a lot of fun, and we're going to have, like Travis said, we're going to have guests. And if you think you'd be a good guest on our podcast, let us know. If you're an expert in your field, let us know. Because I know there's some talented people out there that watch the show. So, drop us a line and say, hey, here's what I'm willing to talk about. So,
yep. So today's topic is going to be all about Debi, because if you didn't know this already, Debi has had a very wonderful career as a comedian, as a talk show host, and a game show host. She has done so much over 26 years. But one thing that's very notable is the fact that she's a 3-time Emmy-nominated talk show host, a Peabody-award winning talk show host. So I thought it would be kind of cool just to kind of expose you guys to a few things that she's done in her career and ask her some questions that would maybe bring out some of that, bring out some of the highlights of your career. So how about we do that?
Yeah, because a lot of people who watch the show, they know me as, family member, friend,
teacher,
high school teacher,
classmates.
Yep. A lot of my classmates join us here for the fun. And some of you may not know that I have a career in TV.
Yeah. Go figure. And now you've got a talk show.
And now I've got a talk show and a podcast in my own home.
So, by the way, this podcast will eventually end up on Apple and Spotify and all of your favorite podcast platforms. So after this episode, we'll be uploading it. It'll take a couple of weeks for them to get it on there, but then you'll be able to find all the Tuesday 7 p.m. episodes on all your favorite podcast platforms. So let's talk about, dive in and see. Let me see. I got some questions here because we're doing.
For me, you don't know everything about me already?
No, I just, of course I don't. No, why would I? We've only been together for 26 years. Let's just start with fond memories. What are your most fond memories of hosting, or funny stories about hosting that you can share?
Hosting talk?
Sure. Who cares?
You always say that, and that's from Joy Behar.
Don't reveal my secrets.
Well, they did it on SNL. Sure, who cares? And I've always said Joy Behar is one of the nicest people on the planet, like one of the nicest. And I remember I co-hosted The View a couple times, and I remember right before we went on, I said, "Oh, Joy, I like your earrings." And she goes, "Yeah, I use the clip."
She goes, "Who cares?"
No, she says, "Oh yeah, I love these clip earrings that are pierced, but they snap in the back because I don't want them to drag my earlobes down like this one." And she pointed at Barbara Walters.
Oh my God.
And I never noticed Barbara Walters' earlobes are like down her shoulders.
Why would you say that?
Because,
that is horrible. Look at this photo.
Oh, please.
Look at this photo. There's you on The View.
Yeah, that's me on The View.
With Joy and Barbara.
Yeah. And there's my friend
Shepherd.
Sherry Shepherd. And it's so funny because Sherry was getting dressed in her dressing room and I was in there with her. And Sherry and I go back 25 years, 26 years. And Sherry was jumping around, like trying to put her pants on. And she's just hopping around her dressing room going, and this is when they were looking for the fifth chair.
Is this something that she probably doesn't want you to say, or is she okay with this?
Who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
Who cares? So, they were looking for the fifth chair for The View.
I do, because I want her on the show, but the fifth chair for The View. And
Sherry is one of the most transparent people I know. Don't you think? She's so transparent.
Yeah.
So she's jumping around in her dressing room going, "Debi, you got to take this show. You got to take this show. I'm going to go talk to the execs today about you."
The View.
She wanted
to be on The View.
And this is when they were looking for the fifth chair. And then she went on Jay Leno, and she went on Showbiz Tonight, and Wendy Williams, like, Debi Gutierrez is going to get this show. And I'm going, I don't want your crazy show. They're crazy on that show.
Was this before or after?
This is before.
Before or after you were, look at this photo here. The co-host.
Oh my gosh, look at me. Look how young I was.
I know. And look at this. Who is this handsome guy that you're with right
That's
there?
my agent.
Oh, son of a bitch.
So anyways, this was back before Jenny McCarthy took the chair. And what the producers were looking for were people that fought. I mean, they really wanted you to go at it and create that tension. And today, The View, everybody seems to be on the same side, and they're all saying the same things. And then, so that was funny.
I don't know. Like, I haven't watched The View in a while, but I'll tell you this. Every single time I would walk through the house and it was on, my blood pressure just immediately, like my head felt hot.
It's so funny is the four of them or the five of them that are on now, minus Meghan McCain, who just had a baby, but they still agree on everything, but they still just talk over each other and yell and scream. And it's like, but you all agree.
Yeah.
And let's see. So that was fun. And then I remember doing the Chew. Now I love the Chew. The Chew was a talk show where they had Iron Chefs, and it was on ABC. And you would go in your dressing room, and in the morning there'd be a cocktail waiting for you, a cocktail and breakfast waiting for you. And a fond memory I have of that is Clinton Kelly and I were getting ready to go on, and I whispered a dirty joke to him, and then was doing callbacks on that joke. So the audience didn't know what we were talking about.
Yeah.
But he did.
Here's you after you just told him, look at him, he's doubled over. And if I could show this clip, this actual whole clip, you could see he reared back first and then leaned forward. This is about towards the end of him laughing. And here's another photo.
What a doll he is.
I like this one. These are all the people there. It's Michael Simon, Clinton Kelly, Daphne Oz. Who's this guy again? Mario.
Who cares?
And what's her name again? I forgot.
That's Carla.
Carla
Hall, who is amazing, has an amazing career right now on the Food Network, and is just as sweet as can be. So those were some of my fun memories. Oh, I know. I was doing a game show, and it was a reality reveal show, right? You know, like I don't know, like Cash Cab.
Oh, it was Hidden Agenda.
Hidden Agenda on the Game Show Network. And there was this guy, this big, huge guy, young, and he would be constantly eating at the craft table and everything. And he never picked up a piece of equipment. And I didn't know who he was. And like 3 or 4 shows in, I finally asked him, I go, honey, who are you? And he goes, oh.
There's some rando dude hanging out.
But here's the weird thing. When we would go do a reveal, you know, like, surprise, you were on Hidden Agenda.
Well, did you think he was going to like jump in and steal the check or something?
No, I don't know what he was, but I noticed right before we went to do a reveal, he'd be right there with me. Like, I mean, this close, but no equipment in his hand, you know, just him. And so finally I just said, because we were getting ready to do this, and I said, honey, you know, what do you do here? And he goes, oh, I'm your bodyguard.
Oh, nice. The fingerless glove didn't tip you off.
I'm here to make sure nobody punches this.
Yeah, that would not have been good.
And I didn't realize it, but most talk show hosts or game show hosts, if they're stepping into the crowd, they have somebody who is their bodyguard. It's an off-duty police officer who stands with them to make sure that, you know, that
makes sense. Especially if you're like surprising people that weren't aware. Now, I had a photo. I didn't upload it.
I was surprising them with a lot of money, though.
Yeah.
I mean, they were winning like $10,000, but still you don't know how people are going to react.
Yeah, but you know what I remember about that show? It was done in New Jersey because that was the only state that would allow you to record audio and video inside someoe's house without them knowing it. And that's just really scary.
It is. I saw so many naked people.
No, were they good? They weren't good?
The only thing, it was a fun show. What was interesting to me is that I would text these wives, because they would say, my husband doesn't help me with whatever it is, you know, making dinner. So I would text, if you get him to open the oven, there's everything there for pizza. If you can get him to make you pizza, I'll give you $1,000. If you get him to put on a chef's hat, I'll give you $500. If you get him to sing a song while he's cooking, I'll give you $1,000. And what was funny is these wives would be on their phones all the time, and husbands never turned to them and said, who are you talking to?
So just to be fair, this was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And at that time, it really was unusual. Nowadays, for someone to be on their phone all the time isn't really a big thing.
Yeah.
But I did want to clarify, this was in 2010, I think.
No, yeah.
And at that time, really, no one was walking around with the phone all the time. So that would be weird to see.
And then another show I did, I'm saving the best for last, it was A Place of Our Own. And it was on KCET, and it was shown not only nationally but internationally in both English and Spanish. And we won the Spanish speaking show won the Emmy. And I was nominated for 3, and we won the Peabody, which was quite.
Here, let's look at this.
Yeah,
look at that.
That was amazing. And
here's another. This is you just self holding it.
Aww.
Look how cute you are. Look at that. That's a Peabody-award, you guys, and that's very prestigious. The George Grady, is it? I think it's George Grady. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But Peabody-award is very, very prestigious.
And you know that you won when you go get it.
Yeah.
It's not like the Emmys where you get all dressed up and you sit there and you're like, oh.
I mean, when you get all dressed and go down a red carpet like this, or you've got another very handsome. Look how well, first
handsome.
Of all, I don't know where that baby face went. Look at this. What the happened to me?
You know what's interesting about this night was my sweet friend Sylvia Lascelle, who I hope to get on the show because she is amazing when it comes to makeup. And as far as the food angle with her, I saw her not too long ago when I was doing To Tell the Truth, and she looked fabulous. I mean, she was always a beautiful woman, but she switched to an all vegan diet.
Oh, interesting.
And so I would love to have her on the show to talk about that. But she was here doing my makeup, and for some reason, Pilar was little. She was asking for macaroni and cheese, so I was making mac and cheese at the same time. And she's like, seriously, out of all nights, this is the night to order pizza, not be trying to cook dinner while I'm trying to do your makeup.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But that's the story of your life. Now I want to show one more photo. It's a still from one of my favorite of your career highlights. If you didn't know this, you can go to her YouTube channel, youtube.com/mommy
so
comic.
Arrogant right now.
Well, I know we're just setting up. I know, but all your fans want to see this.
All my fans.
I'm going to show this photo. Look at this, you guys. This is a still from the eBay commercial. The eBay, that's Debbie on the back of the bike there. I know it's a little blurry, but if you go to youtube.com/mommy comic and go through the playlist professional videos, you can actually watch the whole clip. It's 30 seconds.
Yeah, I did. The eBay commercial was a lot of fun. And I met one of my very good friends for the first time there, Nancy Thurston, who I would love to have on the show because she is a stunt professional and she's married to a stunt professional, and they're the loveliest people. And her cooking story is she doesn't know how to cook. And so I would love to have her on. But what was I going to tell you about the eBay commercial?
What?
You taught me how to roller skate on my lunch break, and nobody taught me how to stop.
I've talked about this on the cooking show before because I wanted roller skates for my birthday, but then I realized I'm old and that would be a stupid idea, so I've decided against it. But I do skate like an angel. I really am very, very good on wheels. And they put her on roller skates. I don't even think that made it into the final cut. It didn't even
make it into the final cut.
So she goes whizzing down. They blocked off this freeway overpass that they can put all the cars in. When you watch if you go to YouTube and watch the commercial, you'll see. But there's an incline. And I'm not talking a long incline. I'm talking a steep incline. And off she goes. And for a little bit, I'm running with her.
On an over ramp of the
overpass.
The overpass of the freeway.
But I can't go past a certain point because the cameras are going to catch her. So I have to stop. Meanwhile, she's 30, 40 feet in front of me. Thank God I was also a track star in high school because I weighed 105 pounds.
God, my thigh weighs 105.
I had to run after her and catch her. Fun fact about that whole episode was choreographed by Michael Rooney, who is Mickey Rooney's son.
Yeah.
And he also choreographed Christopher Walken in that Fatboy Slim.
You love that video.
It's so funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a really good video. Yeah. Anyway,
so I've had a good career. It's not over.
Nancy Thurston is still a good friend of yours. She is the stunt woman that they had on set. And she's also the one that jumps and then lands on the back of the flatbed at the very end. Has been an amazing friend, and her husband as well, and just super awesome people.
Would love to get them on the show because they have the best stories. Remember when I put the shopping cart up on the flagpole in front of the fire department?
They're stunt people.
How do you think about these things?
Or
when they rented little mini bikes on vacation and then they all rode them standing up.
Yeah. I think those are the tame stories that they shared with you, probably because kids were probably around or something.
Yeah. So I've got some pretty amazing friends that would love to come on the show and tell some stories. So
yeah, let's just say hi to a few
Please.
people. We've got Caitlin Hansen here, my dad,
Hi, Caitlin.
Tony, Matt Hidalgo.
I love Matt.
Awesome. He likes the photos too. Show the earlobes. Dad, I don't have photos of her earlobes.
Oh, Barbara Walters.
So
I know.
horrible.
They hung down here.
That's-
But it was so funny because Joy could time it just right. So when we got back, I'm looking right at her earlobes. Horrified.
Oh, God. Okay, Debbie Wheatley Ferguson. Hello, Debbie.
Oh, good. I'm so glad she could join.
Your sister.
My sister. I love my
and
sister.
our baby, Rhea.
Aw.
It's good to see you guys here.
Good to see you guys. Anna Maria sent pictures of snow today.
Oh, is it snowing in Pennsylvania? Nice.
And then she goes, I got to go back inside. Yes, you do. So, so speaking of these fabulous people who are all over the country, I'm hoping that you can stop by and join us for, half an hour on Tuesdays. And we're trying to make it something different for you. And, Travis's song, the lyrics say, we talk about.
We'll make some good food, talk about marriage and parenting too. Self-care and budgeting, and some recipes for life.
Right.
And recipes for life really means kind of all-encompassing relationships, marriage, family, child rearing, budgeting, all of that stuff. That's kind of how it summarizes the whole story. But yeah,
we're not experts, but we're like you. We're two people at home trying to figure things out, you know. And
but what I think makes it interesting for us anyway is that you have been putting our family and everything that goes on with our family on a stage in front of people for 26 years in comedy. And then as a talk show host, a good talk show host would reveal about themselves. So if you watch any of those Place of Our Own videos, amazing work where she would talk to caregivers, a lot of who she was came out, the personality of our family. And so ultimately what has happened is we have been really keeping our family and how we run it under a microscope for a lot of years because she talks about it.
If they ever said, don't talk about certain things, I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, to this day, and the girls are all adults. And they'll say, don't talk about this, and I won't.
Right.
So,
but what that means, though, is that we've learned a lot of lessons because we've been very conscious of everything going on with our family in our household.
Right.
And we're very hands-on. Debbie said the other night, this is very 1960s sort of relationship. I go work, she stays here, she does the kitchen, the laundry, most of it anyway. And
I do all of it.
Why do you have a weird grimace on your face
because
when I said that?
Because I do all of it.
I don't really think that's true.
I do.
Why are you lying in front of my dad? And
when was the last time you scrubbed a toilet?
Okay.
Probably the last time I changed the oil in the car.
Yeah. When was the last time you put that Sparklets bottle on? Or took the trash cans or chase them down the street because the wind's blowing them? Put me on blast in front of everybody.
We have a real relationship, and we've had, teenagers come through this house. We lived to tell about it, and it's still fresh in my mind. I've homeschooled before. We've been knocked down to one income like we are now and have to figure out a budget. We have been separated into different living areas when I'd go on the road, sometimes for 2 or 3 weeks at a time. So we've learned how to coordinate everything that needed to be coordinated and still run this family. So we, like I said, we're not experts, but we have some good ideas on how to get through. And if we don't, somebody in our audience will. So we hope that you come and you talk to us and chat with us. And, I wasn't ready to let go of the whole show all week and not talk to you. I want to hear about what's going on in your lives. And especially with holidays coming up, it can be a tough time for people. So we want to be there.
Yeah. And so this show really is kind of a midweek thing. We've always wanted to do a podcast. We thought a companion piece to the cooking show would be good. This is the introductory episode, so if you're bored out of your mind, we apologize. But we are going to have guests on that are very, very entertaining, much more so than I am, because I am not. Debi is. She's very funny. But we just want to remind you guys where you can see us. And my dad just commented that your channel is not on. And I don't know if it's currently not going to all the channels or not.
Or mine?
To your Facebook page.
My Facebook? Oh, that's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people, but it'll live on the platforms. We'll get it posted there later.
Okay.
So let me just remind you guys of where we're at. So
can we read some more comments?
Sure. Hang on one second. So we're cooking on Sundays at 12 p.m.
Yeah, they're over
Pacific.
at Travis's.
Okay. Podcasting Tuesdays at 7 p.m. You can find that's going to be live stream on YouTube and Facebook. And then you can find us on the website, cookingwithdebiandfriends.com. There's a lot of recipes and videos and stuff there. Hang on, baby. Hang on. Instagram, Cooking with Debi, and then YouTube /Mommy Comic, Facebook /Debi Gutierrez. And finally, when we do put the podcast up, you're going to find it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeart, Stitcher, Google, and wherever else you like to get your podcasts from. So Debi is saying, yes, I had to go to Travis's also. I apologize for that. I've got it set up here through Restream, and this is the platform that we're using this on. And sometimes, for some reason, it doesn't go to all the platforms. And typically, I click in and I try to see if if we're on, but I didn't click over to Debi's right away. So hopefully we're on there. Let me just check over there.
Can you share it from yours?
Yeah, I can do that. But we're almost done here. We've just got a few more minutes. Just wanted to give everyone sort of a tease for what we're doing on Sunday. So what are you cooking?
On Sunday, I'm diabetic type 2, and it is hard with diabetes to navigate around a holiday meal, especially Thanksgiving. So what I wanted to come up with is a really pretty, flavorful, delicious salad that featured some of the fall fruits. And I'm not going to do a dessert on the cooking show because everybody has their favorites. Or the way I would say is you go to Marie Callender's and buy a pie.
Rhubarb.
Yeah, buy a pie because your oven's going to be full, right? With all kinds of stuff going in and out of the oven. So go buy your pie ahead of time. So I am going to do a fall salad. So if you would like to cook along with me, I will put the ingredients up. I got them at Carlsbad Cravings, and it is a really, really beautiful salad. With
I'll talk about some of the stuff that's in there, because you told me earlier, and man, it sounds really tasty.
Butternut squash, pomegranate, apple, pear, candied pecans or candied walnuts. I'll figure that out the day of. Salad mix that is a spring mix, gorgonzola cheese, and we're going to make a pomegranate dressing.
All of that, except the squash, maybe. Are you going to cook? How are you going to cook the squash?
The squash you roast.
Okay, that might be better. You roast some salt on there.
Yeah, and a little maple syrup.
Maple syrup on the squash. Okay. All right, I'll try it. We'll do a Travis tries it on there.
Okay.
All right.
But I will post the ingredients and share the recipe with you ahead of time.
Yep. Your sister says Costco giant pumpkin pie.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds good. Oh, Caitlin likes the coffee cups. Thank you, Caitlin. We got these. We got these for the show.
I'm kind of disappointed that people on my.
Yeah, I know.
Can we post it on there later, or how can we do that?
Yeah, we can. Okay. We can. And for those of you that were on Debi's trying to find it, we do apologize. And you can always check YouTube. I've never had an issue with it going to YouTube. Restream has been very good about that. StreamYard, I've used that one as well. It's been very good about going to YouTube, but sometimes Facebook glitches. So if you find any issues with that, please just go over to the YouTube channel. And again, here are the places you can find it. YouTube is just /Mommy Comic. So youtube.com/Mommy Comic. So what did you think? This is the first episode.
Yeah, I think it was great. We're right here at 30 minutes. We need to say goodbye and let our people get their beauty rest, or if they're here in LA, to get to dinner,
get their beauty rest.
Get their beauty rest.
Okay.
Thank you for joining us on our maiden voyage here.
Yeah. So, like I said, we're going to be having some amazing guests, and we're going to be calling all of our friends, some celebrities and some that are just amazing people.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, we really hope that you enjoy the podcast companion to Cooking with Debi and Friends, and that you join us here on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. because this is going to be a lot of fun for me. I know you've really been looking forward to this, and the people that we've reached out to so far already are really happy that we're doing this too. So we will see you all
Bye-bye.
on Sunday.
On Sunday.
Okay, guys.
Bye-bye.
Take care.